Welcome back to the campground, everybody. I am the Nomadic Adventurer, and today I'm talking about the Esterbrook Campground in southeast Wyoming. Coming in off of these roads, no matter which direction you come, you're gonna have about an hour drive on this gravel. Some of it gets pretty rough if you're coming in from the east especially. I've heard that leaving out the west is better. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. It's a little rough on the camper. So this is all open pasture out here in the national forest. So the entire campground is lined with this wooden fence to keep the cattle away. I went out for a bike ride the other day down the road and I saw a bunch of cows, so I expect to see more today. So you'll come over this grate when you pull in. There are 12 sites at this campground. There isn't barely any running water. I'll give you a quick preview of that here in a minute. So as you pull in, off to your right hand side is the first of only one group campsites. It is pretty big though. When I got here there were I think 5 cars here and it fit them with no problem. This campsite has a total of 12 spots. So as you enter past the group site, there will be one open site on your right, and then that's the camp host. This campground is completely empty right now except for me. So what you're looking at right now is the camp host spot. So if you do decide to take site number, I believe it's 2 right here, you will be parked right next to the camp host. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if that bothers you or not, but yeah, that's campsite 2 right there. Immediately after passing the camp host, you'll come to the welcome sign and information sign. There are bear-proof trash cans. These are the only 2 trash cans on the entire property. Up here gives you some of the welcome instructions, stay limits, things of that nature. Here is the campground. That big circle number 1 is the group site. Number 3 there is the host. And then you drive about a quarter mile up the hill to get to the roundabout at the end. So the information is also here. There's the fees that are required. They do have the box to drop everything, but I would highly suggest doing it online instead to make sure that you don't drive all the way out here and end up without a spot. Directly across from the information sign is Sunset Hill Trail. This trail loops around the campground and ends up way back up at that top loop. That on foot, if you walk through the campground, is about a quarter mile. If you take the trail from one end to the other, it's about a mile. I wouldn't normally show every site, but since there's only 12 sites, I figured I might as well because they are pretty unique. Site 4 is this little loop around this tree to pull in and out, and all the camping stuff is down there. I believe this to be a tent-only site. Site number 5 is quite unique because there's a grill right here, there's your picnic table, and there's a restroom right on the site. I think this is just more for parking, and then the actual site is down below again, and it's a tent only. But while I'm here, let me show you the cleanliness of the restrooms here. They're not bad at all. Just your average pit toilet, but they do have hand sanitizer that's full, and it actually doesn't smell bad in here. It's well maintained. In between sites 5 and 6, this is the only water source on the entire property. And I want to show you the quality of the water here, just to give you an idea what we were working with. So it is a hand pump, so you do have to hand pump it. It takes a second to get going, so let me pump some water and I'll get back with you. So you do have to hand pump. Comes out sporadically. The quality of the water is not great. It is this brown color. It is potable, from what I've been told. but it does not smell very good. I was told it was potable but not tolerable. So that's the water. Nice little drive up. This is campsite 6. Nice and flat. Looks decent. They're all pretty much about this. I'll probably stop here, but I do want to point out that they all do have grills. They all do have fire pits and another picnic tables and that. There is one more restroom up the loop here. It's in just as good a condition as the last one that I showed you. And up this way, I would say that you'd be able to get a fifth wheel into pretty much most of these spots. A lot of them have like a second pull off for your car, which I'll just show you. I'll end the video with my site to show you what I'm talking about. So this is my campsite. I was able to leave my truck in front of the camper the whole time. There was enough room, so you could fit a pretty good sized piece of equipment in there, but also my picnic table and all that. There's this other spot right along here where there are tire tracks into. So it looks like people have definitely parked there. So if you had a big fifth wheel, you could drop it here and then just pull your truck over and park it on the same spot. So all these sites are pretty good size. This is where the circle starts. There's the other outhouse. Circle goes up and around and then back down and out. So really nice campground. If you are staying here at the Esterbrook Campground out here in Medicine Bow, Wyoming, I highly recommend. It's a nice spot. It's cheap. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, do one of those things. I know this is a rudimentary video. I'm just getting into it, so hopefully later they get better, but that's what I'm working with for now. So have a good one, everybody.